If you're good, good to listen? Good. Fine, so everybody has heard about the word AI, right? So we're in this era where artificial intelligence and machine learning are being employed to all the domains of the industry and are affecting day-to-day lives, and the penetration is going deep, So all of you are comfortable with English, right? Yes. Completely fine. Fine. Good. So when I say AI ML, it's basically a combination of some algorithms, right? Some data, some computing power, and some evaluation metrics. Okay, so 4 words. So basically, some kind of algorithms are going to work on a certain data and going to generate a pattern, and on that pattern, some decisions are going to be taken. How do you visualize? Before AI, we were doing that. We were doing that using our brain, right? There was a pattern. I'm going to move like this. I'm going to go to that point. There was a pattern, and if there is an obstruction, my mind is going to say, "Oh, stop," and then I'm going to take a decision. Now, generation of pattern from data and taking a decision according to that is being handled by a technology called as AI. Okay? Does that make it clear? Does it make the definition clear? Right, good. Fine. So, in AIML, there is one word AI and there is one word ML. Okay. Now, what does AI actually mean? So, it is trying to mimic or copy exactly what the human intelligence is trying to do. We decide on a pattern, and based on our experience, and then we try to take a decision. But then it is a continuously evolving process. What do you mean by the continuously evolving process? Our mind, when you were young, as kids, you could understand this much. Then later, as you grow, based on your pattern, your mind or everything increases. Your sphere of experience increases. You take better decisions. Similarly, is the system or the computer who has the data or the algorithms to take the decision is also evolving. The technology is continuously evolving. So when I say word evolving, can anybody help me? What is evolving? Can any volunteers? What is actually evolving? Anything? Anybody can tell me? See, I've mentioned there are 4 components. Data was one. Algorithms is another. What is evolving is actually the technology which is going to manage that data. Okay, the data size is definitely increasing, but what is evolving is the technology which is going to manage the data. Earlier we had systems which are like 16 GB RAM. Now we have systems in AI which are 500 GB RAM. Okay, so that is huge sort of data that is going to be managed, right? I can give you a use case. You have a college portfolio of 1,000 students or 2,000 students, right? Suppose you have to visualize what is going to be my college growth in the next 25 years. You need that RAM to process that data, right? So that's evaluation. Good. Fine. So there was the other word was machine learning. Now, what is machine learning? Machine learning, as you see, is again very interesting term. Supervised, unsupervised. These are theoretical and technical terms, but more important is how the machine is going to learn. Whether somebody is going to sit on it and tell it the machine to learn, or it is going to learn on its own, or it is going to take a feedback from its own output. ChatGPT somebody used किया? Can I have some hands? Yes, everybody has used ChatGPT. Perfect. उसमें एक वो thumbs up का sign आता है ना, अगर आपका उसका जो output होता है वो सही है कि नहीं, that is a feedback. That is what is taking from a feedback. It is generating based on an input. So it's a supervised generation. At the same time, it is also taking a feedback whether my result was correct or not. Right. Fine. Third word is deep learning, which is not mentioned in AI along with AML. That is the latest thing. What is deep learning? So when I say there's a data, there's an input, somebody is going to extract a pattern out of it and classify it. That was machine learning. There were 2 softwares needed, one to establish a pattern and one to classify it. Now deep learning is both of them being done by a single piece of software. So the world has already moved from AI/ML to deep learning. I hope you get my point, right? So AIML was one word which was already buzzed in the industry. The world has already moved from AI/ML to deep learning now. Okay. And the latest example of deep learning, anybody can tell, COVID time में सबने experience किया था, there were a lot of medicine research going on, right? So the result of that, इतनी जल्दी medicines क्यों develop हो पाए, Covishield and all, because there was a lot of deep learning involved. जो पहले ट्रायल के लिए पूरे 20 years वेट करना पड़ता था कि डाटा कैसा होगा, उसको हमने कैसे जज किया, because of deep learning algorithms. That is why we were able to save a lot of mankind, because of getting into creating scenarios of after 20 years with the data. Okay, so it's very important. Okay, fine. So as I'm coming to the main topic for the seminar, which is like AI for the next generation and opportunities and challenges. So you young people are stand at the cusp of this particular, I would say, time where you have to take control of the jobs, going forward. Now, but for them, you have to be skilled. You have to be skilled in that particular technologies. Everybody knows the word software here. So what is a software? Can anybody tell me? Software is a set of steps, algorithm we call it. A set of steps which when we code into the system, it runs. AI is a parallel thing to it. AI is not on top of software. AI is a new way which is on top of it, which is a totally different layer other than software. But everything which could be done by software can be done by AI. So it's a completely new wave, and there's going to be a lot of job opportunities. Like in software, we had designers, testers, coders. Similarly, AI will also have AI designers, AI coders, because it's a totally different technology. It's not same as software. It was a layer that was in 90s. This is 2025, and 5 years here, this is going to be there, right? Fine, some figures. Market size 2026 is $300 billion, right? And you just have to, for you it is like to have a pie of that, you need to have a job which justifies. There's a lot of money in AI. Companies need people who know AI in depth. But what they need is not only AML, right now they need deep learning expertise. The word technology domain has already moved to deep learning. Fine. So some keywords we need to know in AI, and some examples I'll share. We all use ChatGPT, right? It's a text-based input, right? And we all use Netflix. Some hands. We all use Netflix, right? How does Netflix recommend? Based on NLP. NLP is a part of, right? So it's like something which based on my pattern it has studied, it is going to recommend. So NLP is some kind of a chatbot, text-based pattern it is going to study. There is something called as computer vision, which lot of applications in agriculture, lot of applications. मशीन्स को कैसे मूव करना है, उनका पत्तियों का पैटर्न क्या है, पिकअप कैसे होंगे, फ्रूट्स कौन से खराब हैं, कौन से सही हैं. Computer vision helps over there. Robotic integration, how the industry is going to work with a robotic arm using AI to not stop at every error, to take decisions automatically ki whether I have to stop or not stop without any supervision. Those kind of things are right now happening. Just visualize, these all things were actually happening with the help of software earlier. Now these are the companies who have implemented the AI journey. You see the profit margin, what they are doing right now. Right? So when you choose a job, you do not only choose a job, you also choose a company which is into AI domain. Because आपके जो increments हैं, they will be much more if you join a company which is working in the domain of AI or which has implemented AI solutions. So when you take up an offer letter, also analyze these things. Okay, whether the company is AI ready, it has a vision for an AI, implementing AI, those things will actually matter in your growth. Fine, I'll take you to something interesting now. Fine, some applications, okay? These are the 8 major domains where we are implementing AI in a big way. Industry is like working very, very hard on these to getting some results out of these domains. Healthcare and education, I told you, these are the first ones. Next is, anybody has heard of the news revolving cars? No? So cars in US and UK can now revolve. So you do not need to park them like this only, right? So when you go into the gate, you do this. The car revolves on its own, judging where the gate is, and will go turn in the morning to that particular direction. So your whole hassle of turning, going back, and all is saved. Everybody knows the car MG Hector, right? It has a lot of AI inbuilt into it, right? So autonomous vehicles are again a big thing in the industry where a lot of jobs are happening. Lot of jobs are happening, right? So business, of course, AI. We have a lot of business operations being AI compliant now. Anyone has heard of any of the business operations which has been successfully it has already reached a maturity level? Any idea? HR is one operation. So your HR, when you try to now send a resume, it doesn't go to the mailbox of HR. The AI system actually picks it. It goes to a server. The AI system picks it, automatically selects, and then sends a compiled version of in Excel to the HR. Your resume is not reaching the HR now. Get my point? So already one of the process in industry is already been AI compliant, right? So you need to be like aware of all these things. Travel is happening in a big way. They are giving you a 360-degree experience of the place already, based on your likes and dislikes. Right? Similarly, our gaming, of course, something that will give an interest that is of your interest. Gaming, again, they are trying to get you into the actual gaming field using AI experiences, using computer vision and all. They are trying to get you to the field where the thing is happening, or in the arena where the game is happening. Again, a lot of things. Social media, of course, you guys know. I would say a lot of opportunities. Business, healthcare. Healthcare. Anybody has seen AI system in healthcare? Any ideas? Anything where you have seen AI happening in like AI? You have seen something of AI in healthcare? Anything?
Robotic surgeries.
Huh?
Robotic surgeries.
Perfect. That's very good. That's the automation part, Balvinder. That's automation. AI is different. AI, see, one is automation. I am going to control the robotic arm through my system. Like अभी तक जो आपने देखा होगा, where is automation? Once पहले डॉक्टर कर रहा था, अब वही चीज वो कंप्यूटर पे बैठ के कर रहा है. That is automation. Next thing is AI, right? Where when the machine doesn't need, when the robotic arm doesn't need the doctor.
So robotic nurses जो Jaipur, Rajasthan.
Right. वो that's something interesting. That robotic nurses who are going to take the decision as per the patient's condition. Very good, Parminder. Clapping for him, please. He is actually very much AI ready. Good, Parminder. Fine. Something. See, eye is a very sensitive thing, right? Some example. This is a use case. Based on there are 450 million people worldwide who are having this problem right now, which is type 2 diabetes or type 3 diabetes, and due to which our vision gets affected. With deep learning, we can generate a pattern that within how much year, if you do not take the right kind of measures now, within how many years you are going to get blind. Right? Exact. This has been the most successful implementation of AI across health industry. Accurate results they have been generating. Within 10 years, 12 years, if you do not right now take the precaution. How does it? It is generating as per a pattern. So it has generated a pattern about how much blood is there in the vessels and all. It is able to generate that. Using just a picture of this picture, it is able to generate. So you can see the expertise of again deep learning. It is able to generate how much is retinal fundus, which is again a problem. I'm just trying to tell you that there is in medical field there are a lot of jobs happening on the front of AI. But there the medical is a separate domain. What exactly is interesting is you guys as technologists can help along with medical. They need those technical people to analyze this, right? So there are a lot of jobs happening on the medical side. Healthcare is again, sort of education again, automated grading, adaptive learning, personalization curriculums. Like Balwant, suppose I will take your address, I remember your name. So he needs a personalized coaching now for AI, right? That is possible. Earlier it was पूरे बैच के लिए एक AI course है. Personalized for him can also be done now. Right. So this is something which is achievable, and that helps in actually, because his level might be totally different than other students, or his requirements might be different. So earlier it was one thing for all, now it is customized. That is possible now. Agriculture has come into this field. This is very, very interesting. So everybody knows this, drones are happening, this patterns, the field patterns are there, we can generate according to that, we can do a lot of stuff with the images now, in forms that are there. And actually you can do a lot better productivity. I am doing a project with Government of India on how a farmer can do 10 crops in a year based on the productivity of the soil. Right. So based when those deep research based on his field study as soil pattern, and we are going to guide the farmer that now every 1.5 months you can do a crop. And you can do in this portion, you can do this crop, you can do this portion, you can, earlier it was all gut feeling based, right? Experience based. Now this is data that is coming in. Right? So there's a lot of productivity, or we can help our fellow humans with respect to better incomes, better productivity. Right? You can identify a lot of insects and all those. That is something you would have read. Finance, fraud detection. Very, very important. Aapko aajkal Airtel launched fraud, it launched, right? You would have heard the news. How it did that? Only because of AI. So they made their software AI ready. That is where they are able to, based on a pattern, they are able to identify this is a fraud call or not. They are cancelling it. So see, earlier so many people got, cheated because of fraud calls. Actually, the technology is helping. So it means technology is actually helping those people who are unaware about it. Right? So you can also be one of them. So AI, so everybody knows about this news. She is news anchor, India's first news anchor and AI news anchor. So her name is Lisa. So she reads news, but it's all AI. Right? There are nurses, police officers on chatbot whom we are like Ella Police. She actually seems like in New York. She seems like a police woman when we are talking to her. But then it's all AI generated, right? Financial markets. So financial markets this is a very big case study of AI, because you need to establish a trend to buy when you buy shares, when you buy all this stuff. AI is helping the companies in a big way. What is the trend? What can be the forecasting of this particular share after 6 months, 1 year? So people are not losing money because of wrong decisions or on gut feeling. They're actually able to take better decisions. So again, I'll take it fast. So domains, everybody's the word domains. These are the 5 domains we cover, or the 5 use cases, I would say. Majorly data analysis, NLP, computer vision, robotic integration, generative AI. So we have devised courses across these 5 domains for the industry as well as for the students, because they are the 5 leading use cases of AI. So what I'm trying to do is, I'll just show you over here is small video, if time permitting. How much time we have to English?
20 minutes.
20 minutes, okay, good. So I'll just take you to this very interesting video. I'll take it fast, don't worry. So everybody knows the word dashboard. I'll just come over here. See, you generate a lot of reports because of Excel and all, right? So you take an input, you generate a report. This is all you do standard way. But if at all, you can generate very, very interesting graphs, and which are dynamic in nature, right? They are going to change as per the input. And who is going to give the input? Not you. The system is going to take an auto input from the sources that you have defined. Suppose the source can be, today is the class, today the attendance in the hall. This is the source. Somebody has input. The system which is there, which is integrated with the attendance system overhead, picks up, changes the graph accordingly, and generates things automatically. I'll just take you directly to interesting graphs so that we save on time. Right? I'm trying to run it fast, so some issue over there. Otherwise, normal. This was say one time. Chatbots, everybody knows. Chatbots are very frequent, right? So again, an NLP example. But point is, how much time do you need to code a chatbot? How much time? Anybody? Any volunteers? If I have to develop a chatbot, how much time should I need?
अगर current agents की बात कीजिए तो 5-6 मिनट लगेंगे.
Exactly, Parvan. 4 minutes. Right? 4 minutes में Python का code आप integrate करो and you can generate with a question you can generate a chatbot. Right? So that is what the speed and everything is. Right? But the point is, people who are aware of this, like Balwant seems to be aware of it. Rest all, I would request everybody else to please catch up. Right? This is something we all need to know. Right? Everybody needs to know, please. Because if I go into an interview and say I have developed a chatbot, and he asks the question, how much time do you take? I said, I needed 3 members, I took 1 week. You're out of the interview. You get my point? Right now, the world has already moved to this speed level. Guys, you cannot be working on those college level projects, developing HR system for the college. Right? When you get into the job market, you need industry projects. The world is moving at a really, really fast pace. And Ludhiana is no exception, I'm telling you. There are good companies out here who are actually into AI domain and working. Fine. So, again, I'll take you to computer vision. Everybody has seen a camera, those kind of security cameras, right? Now, earlier our brain used to see eyes over here, it used to and we used to take a decision. Now, the point is, along with the computer vision on a camera, this acts as an eye, and then there is a system, there is a GPU based system which is going to take a decision on the image. Image, as I told you, AI has advanced itself to huge levels. Using a simple image of an eye, it can generate how many years it will be damaged. So you can imagine the kind of work that is done on the images with respect to AI. So image thing, now how the fruits, segregating the fruits which are of good quality, which can be exported, which can get written in a week or a 2 week or 3 weeks, helps the farmer, segregate his. Lot of things can be done. What I mean to say is, guys, if you know technology which is there right now in the market, you can actually help out a lot of people out there, right? But for that we need to know. Fine, interesting. Camera vision. One use case of camera vision again. Fine. So just see it. Sir, I'd like you to see this. How many workers are working on the rig? Right? How many people are working on the roadside? People can take decisions, their posture, everything is right now being mapped. Everything. Right? You guys must be wondering, are we coding it? No, we are not coding it. It's already there. I would request everybody to go to a website known as Hugging Face. HUGGING, Hugging Face. Right? Lot of free LLMs over there. Lot of free models over there. You can go download, build your own things. Right? So, but you see, this no attendance system is required. Worker kya kar raha hai, kab kar raha hai, aaya, nahi aaya. Everything out there is done. Right? It's as simple as that. You just need a camera and an input. Right? No supervisors needed over there. उसने कितना काम किया, कैसे किया, it's out there. Right? It says 10 people on the website. Robotic integration, right? So, robots, as I told you, robotic surgery, right? Now, this arm, you don't see a person specific behind it. It is taking the decisions which chip to pick, which not to pick, right? Those kind of decisions are very much right now possible, right? So, you're building a small models and all those stuff. So. Fine, I'll take you fast. So. Everybody has heard the word generative AI. Generative AI का example क्या है? ChatGPT. Very good. Everybody, clapping for everybody, please. सबने बोला. Good. So, ChatGPT is a live example. We all are using. For your information, ChatGPT 4.0 is free for the 1 year. So everybody can upgrade and it's free from ChatGPT for 1 year. So you guys can do better searches and all. Right? Would like me to run it, but it's going to take for some couple of minutes. I just want to run it for you so that just for you to understand, there was a traditional AI thing. Generative AI is going to generate better images for you based on a pattern. You upload something, you get data. But always remember, AI is like a child. If you input wrong, suppose you input a blurred image, it can go to a certain extent to correct it, right? So basically, it's all about whether the input, like in a child when you are small, if you are taught correctly, you will develop into a good human being, socially responsible. Suppose if you are not given right values, you turn into some kind of a wrong person, right? So basically, it's all about that. AI is again like a child. It has to be given an input through any source to become a better person, right? I'll just again skip it so that because we are short on time today. Fine. Now the word future. We have reached a stage where AI is there for national 5 years. This technology is there. Next wave is neural networks. I have done my PhD in AML. I am doing a double PhD in neural networks. The next wave is for neural networks, right? The next after 5 years, this technology is gone. AML. Guys, if you do not make money out of this technology is gone. Then you will be ready for neural networks, right? But still, another 5 years, because there is so much AI happening and so much of fraud happening, voiceovers, all those things, you need ethical high AI. Ethical, right? Which is like the right image, right voice, somebody to judge whether it is correct or not, right? Those kind of positions are there in the market right now, which are there, edge computing, right? So faster processing, local devices on the phone, AI is there on the GPU level. Whether my phone can become that fast. So difference between Apple phone and Android phone, as simple as that. So there is a certain difference. So those kind of computation levels, if you can get on a local phone, that's another area where jobs are there. Why I am stressing? Because you guys are still 1 year down the line, you are entering the job market, right? By 1 year, these technologies or these kind of jobs will be there in the market when you go out there. And high-paying jobs. I am not saying jobs which are normal 25,000, 30,000 jobs. These are high-paying jobs. My colleagues has some kind of 1.25 CR package. Right, I have seen people whom we have placed right now at 1.25 CR. One of our students who are placed is currently at 3 CR per annum. I am talking about those salaries. I am not talking about a 25,000 or 30,000 salary. People who are actually willing to go to that level, push themselves to that level, get out of this zone and get to that level. Right? I am talking about those people. Right. So something for that you need a continuous learning program. Right. Like I am at 50, I am pushing myself to do a double PhD because I know there is market out there. Right. I have to sustain myself with respect to with respect to a competition from youngsters like you, like Balwant. We have to be in competition, guys. Balwant. So I have to compete with you with respect to an opportunity. Fine. Fine. So guys, some people are doing their assignment on the back side. Guys, can I have your attention, please? Fine. So they have been doing their assignment from point one. Okay, guys. So manufacturing, this is where the maximum job loss will happen because automation is going to happen. But at the same time, if you see the pink one are the AI jobs. In service industry, jobs are coming up. In knowledge industry, jobs are coming up. In creative industry, jobs are coming up. In AI field. Earlier there was this, there's a huge requirement out there. But definitely that कि कर दांगे, चक दांगे, वो वाला हिसाब नहीं चलने वाला है यहाँ पे. चक दांगे doesn't happen in AI because it's going to be a knowledge, service, creative based industry. Right? It's going to be a creative based and knowledge based industry. This thing of कि आप पे हाथ नाल कर दांगे, it doesn't happen. Those jobs have already shrinked by 40 to 50%. Right? And they're going to, because of automation, are going to shrink even further. Right? So, but then, it doesn't, see the loss over here, right? But you see, this is being compensated over there. So, there. Data analyst, ML engineer, AI engineer, NLP developer, camera vision engineer, a robotics engineer. These kind of jobs are will be there after 1 year when you enter the market. If you do not have in your resume these words, trust me, the HRMS AI software is not going to pick you up. It will not pick you up. Then you will be saying I didn't get a job. See, because we are not scaling it up, guys. We need to scale it up to actually be market ready. And I'm not seriously not talking about 25, 30,000 jobs, please. So that's what I mean to say. Fine, we need those skills, right? So why we are so suppose you talk to some of the seniors who have not been able to get a job. We say why he has not been able to analyze this, why he has not been able to get a job. There were no live projects, there were no challenges out there which were sufficient enough to challenge him. Skill level, proper mentorship, confidence in his coding, all those things what we are trying to do is we are trying to cover it up in the 6 months courses that we have designed for the industry as well as students. At the same time, I would like to question every one of you please over here with the inputs that I have given. Would you like to work on starting your AI journey or learning your in any mode on your own, learn Python on your own through YouTube videos, but please start learning your AI journey. Your resume should have those technologies which are AI ready, right? So we have these courses just for your information. We will circulate through your TPO. These are the foundation level, specialization and full job type courses. What we cover over there is also mentioned because we'll be sharing the PPT and all. That will be there for you to ingest. Python, Excel, data analytics, these softwares we are trying to cover, and we have a high-end lab. We are setting a high-end lab where you will be able to do hands-on practice along with robotic integration. So that's over there. Fine. So wonderful. So I come to almost the end of my presentation, which is like you can register through your TPO if you want to, or you just want some information. Please talk to your TPO. Please visit our labs so that you can get a hands-on experience. Just visiting is okay. Come experience it. You can see what kind of labs what we are doing. I already have a company in Bangalore through which I'm already doing these courses for 78 engineering colleges, and the kids are really doing great over there. And we have already placed more than, if I say, around 1,600 to 1,800 kids. Every year we are placing as interns in around 800 companies. We have been doing it for the last 8 years now, so almost 10,000 kids we have placed as interns. So we offer assured placement program for top 20% of the batch. So I can say people who are above a certain category, they will be mentored further on our expense, and they will be placed, given an offer letter on the day one with an assured salary from companies like TCS, Wipro, IBM, Databricks, where we have placed, and at the same time we have another 750 companies whom we are going to place in. Right? Thank you guys for listening and for being a very patient listener, and thank you.